Hi there, everybody, and welcome to another daily news video on the Toon Review. Lots to get through today. We've got possible signings. We've got people commenting about Jacob Murphy. Eddie Howe has spoken today as well. Elliot Anderson at international level. And apparently we're getting world-class officials for the game against Bournemouth. But we will come on to that. Like always, guys, if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to stick a like on it. It does help us move up those YouTube search results on a consistent basis. And if you're new and like what you see, please do hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. And also the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload a video. So thank you in advance for that, guys. Let's get into it. And first off, we'll start off with Celtic midfielder Matt O'Reilly. Now, he's a current Danish under-21 international who moved to Celtic in January from MK Dons for around 1.5 million. Now, since he signed for Celtic, he's been absolutely brilliant. And there is a lot of links to this player from a lot of clubs. There was a lot of interest in him, but Newcastle United seem to be the team at the forefront that may well go for him. But this is a huge but, only if they can't get James Maddison. Now, we know that James Maddison wanted to come to Newcastle in the summer. He made that quite clear. Even Ian Wright said that. So, you know, there's no doubt he wanted to sign for us, but unfortunately, it didn't come to fruition. Now, that's not to say that we won't go back in for Maddison, whether that's a winter signing or it's going to be next summer. We'll have to wait and see on that. But if we don't, and something hits a real blockage with the Maddison deal, then Matt O'Reilly is certainly somebody that Newcastle United are interested in. As I say, he's Danish under-21 international and could be available for around 15 to 20 million. That's a hell of a profit for Celtic from what they paid for him, 1.5 million. But you know what? This happens when players move to new clubs and they really do stand out. The value is going to go up, isn't it? So that's why he's valued now at around 15 to 20 million. So it is an option for Newcastle United should the Maddison deal fall shy. Now, journalist Ross Gregory has come out and said about Jacob Murphy. Now, we all know that Jacob Murphy has struggled this season, and pretty much most of the Newcastle United fans think that his time is up at the club. He just hasn't done it this season. He's come on as sub a few times, had zero impact, and of course got the start against Tranmere in the League Cup and didn't do anything against them either. Now, Ross Gregory claims this is because he's completely lost his confidence, and that may be because the standard of players that are around him are on such a different level to him now. You know, you've got Isak, ASM, Miggy, who's really turned it on this season, Callum Wilson. All these forward players are way ahead of him in the pecking order. And when he's come on, he's failed to make any impact at all. So to me, he's right. I think his confidence has gone because he isn't confident in his own ability that he can keep up with the players that are in front of him in the pecking order at the minute. For me, Jacob Murphy should have probably moved on in the summer, whether that would have been a loan deal or a permanent deal. But for some reason, we wanted to keep him. It hasn't worked. He's not the player that really I think Eddie Howe wanted him to be. You know, certainly as an impact sub coming on and being able to maintain that quality when a player comes off. Now, we all know that Miggy got quite annoyed the last home game when he was pulled off and Murphy came on again. It seems to be the same substitution over and over again. But maybe Eddie's finally realised that he just isn't making that impact that he thought he might this season. So I do actually agree with that. I think his confidence is completely gone. Now, on to Elliot Anderson. And this is really interesting for me because Elliot Anderson can play international football for Scotland through his grandma. His grandma was Scottish, so he has an option here for international football. He hasn't been called up to the England under-21s. They've basically ignored him. However, Scotland have. And it is apparent that Scotland want to have a look at him with a view to giving him his full international debut in the Nations League next year. Now, if that happens, obviously, that's the England door out of the way. But at the minute, Elliot Anderson is still really young, and England's a long way off, in my opinion. He hasn't really done enough yet to get anywhere near that sort of questioning. But for Scotland, it is entirely different. Scotland really could use him, and we know that he's good enough. You know, to play for Scotland, obviously through his grandma, that's an option for him to get into national football a lot sooner than he would be with England. He's played for the Scotland under-18s before and got man of the match in various games that he's played for the under-18s. So it's an option for him. And now, of course, he's in the Scotland under-21 side. He's going to be in that team. And I say that the coaching staff of Scotland have a real belief that this guy could actually play for the senior team as early as next year in the Nations League. So he's got choices, Elliot Anderson, and it looks like Scotland are going to be there as first option for him, as I say, through his grandma. Now, Newcastle United know that, well, the fans certainly know how much we've been ripped off with VAR this season, and so do the staff. A lot was made of the Palace game, of course, on Match of the Day, with Alan Shearer calling out a lot of people, saying that it was just a disgrace. And if you look, Newcastle United fans in the past, we've looked at VAR decisions this season, and the points we've lost, we could actually have been top of the league if everything had gone our way with VAR. But, that's... some of the calls have been right, some of them may be absolutely pig awful, as we well know. So, apparently, this is a cup final, world-class standard of refereeing that we're going to get for the Bournemouth game. The man in charge is Craig Pawson. So make of that what you will. He obviously refereed the FA Cup final, but the FA obviously believe that this guy is one of the top referees. I happen to disagree with them, but then again, the top referee is Michael Oliver, and we'll never get him because he supports Newcastle, of course. So it's a real shame that we'll never get the quality refereeing that Michael Oliver offers, but we have to go with Craig Pawson. So... For me, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens on Saturday. If there is any serious calls to be made, because for me, if Newcastle score a goal by jumping for a header, VAR are going to look at it and try and disallow it for a foul somewhere. That's my thinking at the minute, and it's certainly the thinking of a lot of Newcastle fans that we've had a right pasting with VAR this season, and things need to change, and rather hurriedly as well. So Craig Pawson will be the referee for the Bournemouth game. Now, we are on the verge of signing an Australian superstar, apparently. This guy plays in the Australian League for Central Coast Mariners, and he's only 17. He turns 18 next week. Garang Kaul, I think, is his name, but he's already in the Australian senior international squad. He is that good, and could actually feature in the World Cup in Qatar. Now, reports are saying that Newcastle United are literally on the verge of finalising a deal for him. This again is fantastic because for me it just shows that Newcastle United are putting themselves out there. They're wanting to bring in these kids for the future. We've done it with so many kids during the summer where we've brought them in from various clubs. And again, we're looking as far wide as Australia. Now, I've seen a few clips of this guy on YouTube and he looks an absolute player. He can dribble, he's quick, he can score goals. And he's, as I say, he turns 18 next week. So again, fantastic for Newcastle to be looking at getting this guy in and building for the future as well. Building through the academy, not just through transfers, which is something Newcastle United haven't done for a long, long time. You look back and you think of the Waddles, the Gascoignes of this world coming through the academy. And we don't seem to get that anymore. So this is a big opportunity to get kids into the academy, bring them on, and then bring them into the first team, because that's what the long-term goal is. That's why they've brought all this these backroom staff in, to make this club as big as it should be. So, as I say, he could feature in the World Cup. So keep an eye out for Garang Kaul, fantastic youngster, and could be heading for Newcastle United. And finally, Eddie Howe has admitted that... well, I mean, it's an admission, but it's blatantly obvious that Newcastle will always suffer when we're missing players like Bruno, ASM and Callum Wilson. That certainly is a kind of no shit Sherlock kind of thing, but he is going to update the fans on the fitness of those three players in his press conference on Friday morning ahead of the Bournemouth game. And for me, I think Bruno will play. The thing is, when Loris Karius got his interviews and they were taking sort of videos of the training sessions and things like that, Bruno was there. Bruno was on the training session, so he's clearly fit. Whether he's fit enough to start, we'll just have to wait and see, but he's clearly got some fitness back, so that could be exciting news for the match on Saturday. But there you go, guys. That is the daily news from Newcastle United. Obviously, after the Queen's passing, things have been quite quiet with regards to bringing any videos out, but the news is starting to come back in now, so we will be updating you with videos quite regularly as well. So let me know in the comments what you think of all that. What do you think about the Elliot Anderson playing for Scotland? Obviously, this guy, Garang Kaul from Australia, the refereeing situation. Craig Pawson, are you excited to have him for refereeing on Saturday? Should be very interesting. And of course, any other points that you want to make in the comments, stick them down below. But thank you very much, guys, for watching. Like I said at the start, if you have enjoyed it, please do stick a like on the video. It does move us up the YouTube results. And of course, if you're new and like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so, and the notification bell, which will let you know when we upload or we go live. And of course, it's a massive big family on the Toon Review, and you are certainly welcome to hit that subscribe button and be part of it all. Lots of videos, lots of live shows, and we really do like the input during the live shows through the comments. So thank you very much. That's it, guys. We will catch you tomorrow night, Thursday night, 8 p.m., which is the Newcastle against Bournemouth preview. We do have a Bournemouth fan coming on as well to get their side of things, so that should be very interesting. And, of course, the watch-along on Saturday, TTR Friday on Friday night to start the weekend off with a good laugh. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy your day. Take care.